These four lonely walls have changed the way I feel. The way I feel.
Malo Lover Coconut TV fam, we are here with Jezzerrelli Afe-Togia, aka Jezzie. She lives in Alaska and she made it through to American Idol this year. So we're totally stoked and honored to have her on. So we'll just get into asking her a few questions. Jezzie, so can you tell us a bit about yourself, like where you're from, where you grew up, your Pacific heritage?
So my name is Jezzerrelli Afe-Togia. I go by Jezzie Asia. I am 19 years old and I was born and raised in Anchorage, Alaska. My family is from Waianae, Hawaii, and I have Samoan heritage, full-blooded Samoan.
So how did the opportunity to come up to audition for American Idol for you?
So throughout high school, I was in choir. I sang in choir, and I was the president of a group called Swing Choir at my high school. And as I graduated, summertime came through, and I was figuring out what am I gonna do with singing. You know what I mean? Because singing is a very big part of my life, and I kind of lost all hope in trying to figure out what to do. And we had a choir gathering, and my choir teacher said to me that there's going to be casting calls for American Idol. And she really talked me into it, so I, built up the courage, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna audition. I never knew it was gonna happen. And I ended up auditioning for the auditions, and I made it through, and I'm very grateful that my choir teacher convinced me to do so, because I'm very blessed to be in the position that I am right now.
So the American Idol team actually went up to Anchorage, or did you have to fly somewhere to audition?
So I did end up having to fly to Las Vegas. I was in the first city of auditions, Las Vegas. And man, I've never been to Vegas before, so the fact that I got to travel somewhere outside of what I've usually grown up around, that was very, very, very it was like, wow. I was just taken aback. I was like, wow, this is so beautiful. And I just admired every single thing. And I was like, wow, this opportunity really gave me the chance to see a little bit more of what I grew up knowing. So I'm very grateful.
Awesome. And so there was another Polynesian who made it through. Was he in your round of auditions as well, like Ian Tongi?
Ian, I didn't get to meet Ian in Vegas. I think Ian was in a different city. I'm not really sure. Because I know there was 3 audition cities, but I did not see him in Vegas. However, I did get to meet him in Hollywood Week. Such a personality. Very, very happy that I got to meet him. Our paths crossed at the right time, and we bonded.
So how was that whole experience for you in the audition process and then making it through to Hollywood Week?
Although there are 3 judges, I did get 2 yeses and I did get 1 no. So so in a way, you can say that the judges rolled the dice on me. I sang my song and I explained to them that, this is a dream for me, and this is a chance to show my mom that, all her hard work and all her perseverance for her family, it's not going to waste. And they asked me if I've witnessed anything, if I've experienced anything that helped me determine why I dedicated this to my mom. And overall, I was saying, it's very hard. I grew up with a family, a household of 10, including
Wow.
my grandma and my grandpa. And we lived in a very small apartment, and even then, it was a 750 square foot apartment. And even then, all 10 of us were having a hard time keeping up with bills. So my mom would break her body back and forth, and it was a lot. So I started working at 16, and I it was a lot, and so they took my story into consideration, and I got to, have a one-on-one moment with Katy Perry, and then it was Luke Bryant who said no, which broke my heart. But at the same time, I'm very grateful because he didn't just say no completely off the table. He did explain why. A lot of the things that they told me that I needed was experience. And so when Lionel Richie, because it came down to it, it was one yes and one no. And when Lionel Richie was the last one to vote, he scared me a bit because he talked and he talked. And then he said he was going to roll the dice on me, and he wanted me to see the other side of what my dreams could possibly be. And he gave me a yes, and I walked out with a golden ticket. I hugged my mom, and we were just crying.
So how was the whole Hollywood Week experience for you?
It was amazing. I met so many amazing people. As you can see, I met Ian. A lot of the time I did actually spend with Ian. We spent behind the scenes, finishing filming, finishing interviews. There was a point in time where I FaceTimed my mom, and me and Ian sang Sosefina. It was honestly, it was such an amazing moment to see two Pacific Islanders in the same spot doing this amazing thing. I'm very grateful to have experienced that with Ian. So yeah.
Do you have like a favorite Pacifica artist that has inspired you?
Yes. Sammy Johnson is I know every single one of Sammy Johnson's songs by heart. Every single one. Sammy Johnson and Fiji are definitely my favorite. And then I listen to Latasha Lee a lot. But yes, Sammy Johnson is my favorite Pacifica artist of all time. I love Sammy Johnson. Oh my gosh, I would fly anywhere just to see him.
Oh, so yeah, we were so gutted that we couldn't get to see your audition.
So in American Idol, you have to get your songs cleared, and Beyonce songs are very, very hard to clear. So I sang Runnin' for Beyonce's team before I could sing for American Idol.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Where else can I go? Where else can I go? Chasing you.
Cool. So just finally from us, what would you what advice would you give to other Pacifica people who may want to challenge themselves and try out for something like American Idol?
I definitely would say, when your heart speaks to something that you truly, truly love, I would say go for it 100%. Of course, you're going to have nerves, but at the end of the day, you're doing something great. And I advise you to keep pushing, keep going, no matter what the outcome is, no matter what may happen. Another piece of advice I will give you is sing your heart out. Put your heart out on the stage. Put your heart out on the line. Let them know that your dreams are meant to be heard. So yeah.
Cool. Thank you so much, Jezzie. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Where else can I go? Chasing you. Chasing you. Running, 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 running. Ain't running from myself no more. Together we will win it all. Running, 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 running. Ain't running from myself no more. I'm ready to face it all. If I lose myself, I lose 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 it all.